All right. Good work today. Probably the exact opposite of last scrimmage. So offense had a really positive day. Ran the ball well. Started off the scrimmage with a 13 play drive, and we were able to cap that off with a score. So really positive day by them. We protected the ball. We didn't throw any interceptions today, which is a big positive. On the other end, defense made them go the long hard way. Right? They didn't create a ton of explosive plays, but they were able to move the ball with some success. But overall, really good back and forth and good scrimmage.
Start here on the left with James.
With the offense having more success, what did Dante do that stood out to you today?
Well, like I said, protected the ball. None of our quarterbacks threw a pick today. They were all pretty efficient. They checked it really well, took what was there, used their legs. So overall, a positive day for the quarterback room.
Here on the right out.
Yeah, but before the last scrimmage, you put a lot of emphasis on the scrimmage. You showed clips of older players performing well at these scrimmages. With putting so much emphasis on these scrimmages, how intense have these past two been this year?
Yeah, good. I thought we had good energy throughout the day, really back and forth for both sides. But yeah, it's important, right? It's our closest thing to a game like type atmosphere for us as we go into the season.
Back right, Jack.
You've talked a lot about the player leadership these past couple of days as well. And when a defense sort of makes the offense go the long, hard way, talk to me about the player leadership that you saw from the defensive end just to keep everybody in the same mindset, just to keep everybody still on page.
I don't think it's anything unique. Just ultimately it's about the next play, right? Everything for us is about the next play. And like I said, offense really won the day. They had some success today, moved the ball effectively, and we got to do a better job of tackling and stopping the run. But looking forward to watching the film. But I thought the leadership was there on both sides today.
One left, James.
How much, if any, separation are you seeing among the outside corners at the top right now after these two scrimmages?
I think we're identifying that we got more than one guy, more than two guys, more than three guys that can play winning football for us. So, my goal is always to find how many guys can we have that can play winning ball. And we've got some guys, I think, that are growing up fast, that don't have the experience, but they have the talent, and then some guys that have a little bit of talent and experience both. So there's a group there that I think more than two guys can play for us.
On the right, you're out.
I know last week you said that you can name a receiver on the roster and any one of them would have a big play. Have any receivers kind of separated from the others, and what would it take for a receiver to separate for more playing time?
Yeah, you guys know I never answer these questions, so they're playing good, right? They're playing good today. Corian, Kenyon, Casper, Hill, Bryant, they all had some big receptions, right? But they're all playing well and they're playing winning football.
James.
How much has Djax been able to take part in these scrimmages? And if he has, just how has he looked when he was limited in the spring?
Yeah, got to go watch today. He played a little bit before he played all day today and was able to be a part of it. So I'm excited to go watch the film and see how it looks.
James.
Anything from special teams stand out after last week's 60 ball, anything like that? Or
We didn't have any of those today. No, didn't have any of those today. I thought our coverage units were better, which we walked away from the last scrimmage frustrated a little bit with the way we covered kickoffs and the way we covered punts. I thought both of those were better today, but no 60-yard bombs.
Back right, Jack.
With 2 weeks left, we're coming on to getting close to week one of the regular season. I would imagine things start to intense in fall camp. Is there anything from a mindset standpoint that you are specifically looking for as we get closer to week one of the regular season?
Yeah, and I told the guys today, don't worry about Montana State yet. I'll tell you when it's time to worry about Montana State, when it's time to worry about game one. We still got a lot to fix for us. We got to go evaluate what just happened in this scrimmage. And then from that, decide where we need to improve and adjust as needed. But the intensity in my mind should be the same. It should continue to be heavy focused. And yeah, it's getting closer. They know we're 2 Saturdays away from being out there in Autzen.
Yeah.
what are your perspective, Dan, on Isaiah specifically, of how he came from being where he was and finding himself at Nevada years ago to being an heir apparent here to take over for a first round left tackle and maybe even going higher than where Josh did in that capacity? Like, how does he go from being sought after as a recruit as he was years ago to being in the position he is here?
Well, I think it always goes back. This guy loved basketball in high school, right? And was kind of a diamond in the rough because of that. Football wasn't his first love, and he's grown into a great player. Obviously did a great job there, and now is doing a great job for us here, but probably under the radar because there's a lot of guys that are that size that play basketball, but there's not a lot of guys like that can play offensive tackle at the level he can play it at.
All right, up.
Yeah, I know obviously there's been a lot of talk about Bryce being a leader on that defense, but I'm wondering how Devin Jackson has stepped up being a leader on the field.
Yeah, he's growing every single day, and it's hard when he's been limited, right? It's tough to be the guy that's telling everybody what to do when you're not the guy that's in the dirt with him and in the action. So seeing him back out there on the practice field has been really good for us so far in fall camp, and he's a guy that like his play does the talk, right? And again, I'm excited to go watch the film today to see what he was able to do.
James.
Because of the depth you have at both running back and tight end, could you see using more 12 or two-back looks by design, Dan, just because of the depth you have at those two position groups specifically?
For sure.